Welcome to Eternus, Episode 3, the D&D podcast you've all anxiously awaited the return of to brighten your Monday. It's Zeke, your DM, to give you a quick word of thanks for listening, and to thank Adrian Von Ziegler for composing most of the music we use for the show. Has all a great vibe, and it's super free for podcast use. Dude's super nice. Shoot him an email even if you're concerned about it. He'll answer within like a day and be like, yeah, it's cool. But he posts in the description of every video that you could just use his music. And a hearty thanks to Sordid Coast Soundscapes for creating some pretty awesome medieval D&D ambience for similar use. It's very well made. You can find both creators' channels on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, just go up to the search bar and do that. If you're watching, or if you're listening on Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever else, when you get a chance, totally check them out. Because we're talking over the shit at all times, and it's worth hearing clearly. We left off last time kind of going over our plan to break into the garrison. Cass had just revealed herself to all of you guys and stripped at the dinner table. Y'all ate, and it's kind of the middle of the night now. Not really middle of the night, but like maybe 10 p.m. It's gotten late, and Cass has put her disguise back on at this point.
I guess we have to start calling Casa Lola again. God damn. Cass is hot, Lola's annoying. Anelise, your cousin's fucking hot.
Well, runs in the family.
I don't think so.
Aren't you, like, not actually related, though?
She's a half-breed.
Isn't she married into your family?
Yes.
Are you the fucking... Wait. Then it don't run in the family! Idiot! Y'all know what relatives are.
Cass is just fucking laughing.
Cass just finds it hilarious that we're all just fucking talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what's the plan to get into the garrison, y'all?
Fucking... have to distract them, and I can just walk in. That's usually how it goes.
Gonna be a rat or something?
I wasn't... I mean, yeah. But you didn't have to say it like that.
Cetra's always a rat.
You betcha.
Did you just address me, the DM, out of character as your character in character?
Cedra looks up at the sky and says, yeah.
Cetra's eyes glaze over.
Yeah. Cedra breaks the fourth wall.
What's the...
For a second, he's like, we're all in a game. And he's like, what? Alright. Back to planning.
Yeah, so planning. So, what do you guys do? Like, actually?
I could sneak in just as well as you can, or if we can speak to the captain or whoever's in charge of the garrison, I could convince him that we need to have the weaponry that we need.
Wouldn't, like, the captain of the guard look at you and be like, oh, fucking, you're supposed to be dead, and then just, like, kill you?
Not if I convince him otherwise.
That seems like a really, like, sticking your neck out there kind of plan.
Breaking into the... This whole idea seems a bit sticking our neck out.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, have you never broken into somewhere before?
Oh,
It's
I
fucking
definitely
easy,
have.
mate. Oh, I do it all the time, so, like, you ain't gotta worry about it.
Okay, then do whatever you want to do. I won't stop you.
Yeah, we can fucking work together, teamwork. Just let's not have you trying to do diplomacy with the captain of the guard who probably arrested you in the first place. Maybe? Isn't that what those fuckers do around here?
Generally speaking.
What if we all got arrested by the captain of the guard?
What? How does
Like-
getting arrested, like, help our plan at all?
No, like... Anelise got arrested before. What if the captain of the guard recognizes us too?
I'm not from here. Like, I'm 2 countries over. I've never been here in my life, so I think I'm good.
Not that you remember.
Yeah, well, I was a little bit busy where I was, and I wouldn't have left it without good reason. And it's not like I'm gonna fucking single-handedly take down a conquering country, you know? I'm not that fucking stupid. I've got my own business, and I run it, and I do it well, and I'm not gonna... I'm saying I know myself, and I wouldn't have ended up here.
Alright then. I don't remember for a very long time, so I don't know if I'd be willing to take that chance. Fastia, how are you feeling about that?
Seems like we're in a precarious position, so I would like to avoid it.
So, like, sneaking it is, right?
Preferably.
Alright. How about Anelise and I can scope out the place and see how it goes from there?
I guess that works. I'll be on backup duty close by.
Yeah, so you can be, like, watching in case there's more guards or whatever. If fucking...
We'll try to remain unseen.
Yeah,
I can
that's a good
I
plan.
can make them go to sleep. That's about what I can do.
We'll have to see how many there are. I mean... Listen, I'm in favor of just winging it.
Could you repeat that?
I wanna fucking wing it.
Alright then. After you. I'll follow.
I've never been to the city in my entire life. Why would I know where to...
Cass, can you show us? Why am I suddenly
Cass
British?
just points at Anelise.
Kitten,
Right.
you can tell us where the guards are. Yeah?
This way, then.
And I suppose Anelise leads all of you into the city and towards the garrison.
Yep. She'll stop a bit early so that they're not, like, standing in front while they talk, but she'll direct it out surreptitiously and address the group and say, now, I imagine the best idea isn't for all of us to go at once. I can climb if need be. There's probably less security on higher floors than on the ground floor, given that the front door usually isn't on the second.
Fair enough. I can also climb.
Marvelous.
If you want to see how many guards there are, you could roll perception.
Yeah, I'd like to scope out the place very quickly before we do anything.
Go for it. Let me hear
Alright,
those
listen.
click clacks.
Click clacks kind of like the two tieflings.
That is an 18.
That's a pretty good roll.
That's a pretty good number.
That's a big number. There are 2 guards standing at the front. The garrison's kind of this big stone building set sort of across one of the canals in the city. There's a stone bridge leading partially out, which is then met by a wooden drawbridge that closes the gap. There's 2 guards standing at the end of the drawbridge, 2 more standing inside the door, and there are no other entrances as the rest of it is surrounded by kind of a moat-ish thing. Not quite a moat, but similar. There are windows further up inside. There's not much to see. It's fairly late at night, so all you can see is candlelight and a few shadows, but not a lot of activity.
Are the windows glass or open?
Some of them are open, some of them are glass.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Okay. I have a few questions, mostly just for my own clarity. So would it be possible, like, this is not what Cedra is doing, but would it be possible to basically walk up to the front door and let's say you could, in theory, walk up a wall? Just like do that. Or is the moat entirely closed off? Yeah.
If you can get across the drawbridge, yes, you could definitely, I suppose, go up the wall. It's made of stone, that's kind of rougher hewn. So there's a number of handholds. Or if you could walk up a wall, you could just do that.
Excellent.
There's like a
so-
small yard around part of the perimeter.
Okay. Cedra's going to turn to the others and he kind of like bites down at his lip a bit and is like a balled fist pushing into his chin while he's like thinking. Alright. I don't usually break into places with armed guards. I mean, sometimes. Anyways, what do you think these records would look like and where they might be kept? Specifically, it's your city.
I suppose there's two options. Firstly, if there aren't that many, then perhaps it would be in the captain's quarters in a very large and imposing-looking book. If there were more, given that the city's larger, I imagine if there's some sort of library or records room, it would probably be there. But I can't think of any reason that it would be anywhere else.
The road up to the garrison is next to this canal. For the most part, it's against the canal, and then this bridge goes over it. And kind of down from the direction of the canal, you hear like this.
It's the COVID-19.
Anelise. Topical. Anelise is just gonna go over to the thing.
You look over the edge, and there's like a figure in a cloak standing on the pathway that goes along the canal just underneath the ledge. And the figure, like, the person looks up and, like, waves you down frantically.
Cedra will go down.
On me. I mean, what?
I mean, not
Good night, Zeke.
really. He's not horny. Zeke, I promise you, he is not horny.
Have you
He's a
seen
thief,
your
I'm
own
sure.
character?
Yeah.
He lives in a desert. He's gotta be, you know, staying cool.
This is like one of the horny. This character's hornier than Mikhail.
Yeah.
Mikhail was not supposed to be horny. Cedra is just trying to live his life. He's not horny.
Mm-hmm.
Swear.
Anyway, Cedra and Anelise climb down to the walkway with everyone else.
I'll follow.
Faustia?
Time to follow.
Man, you guys are ride or die. You barely know each other.
I mean, am I just gonna like go off and then like get captured and then get executed again? Probably. I don't know if I was executed, but you know that's pretty likely.
Yeah, I mean, Cedra's just here to make sure that these people are okay.
So as all of you climb down into the canal, this hooded figure looks to all of you and bows and pulls the hood back, and you see this, like... He's maybe kind of mid-20s, with this slim face with some chin stubble and this long black hair. He's very, very fit, and he looks to each of you and nods in turn and says, "My name is John. I've been sent to help 4 travelers by the names of Anelise, Lai, Cedra, and Faustia. Is that you?"
Yes. That's us.
You bet it is.
Do
Yep.
any of you remember me?
No.
Ugh. He like
The
sighs
fuck
and
is
looks
going on?
so. He like wipes a tear.
The last thing that I remember was 8 months ago.
I think I was eating bread.
I remember having a fight with my parents, but I don't remember what of.
Oh, all right. Well, the four of you cannot get caught. I helped you last time that you were I tried to help you escape, and unfortunately it didn't work. Why
So what
are...
brings you here right now?
Well, I was told that you've all been sighted in, which I suppose was correct.
Well, we're
Can you-
here, but if you can find us, I'm sure a lot of people could find us. Which is
Yeah.
concerning.
I mean, we've got 2 tieflings.
Would all of you mind checking your chest region?
I beg your pardon.
Mine's pretty open. I mean, I've got.
Rye just starts picks up their shirt, and just goes fucking what?
Cedric just starts peeling off his sleeves. He has to take the whole thing off.
All
He's
of
just like
you-
trying.
Right. You're like lifting your shirt. On your collarbone, you see a tiny little Triskelion tattoo. And you do too, actually, Cedra.
I'm sorry, a what tattoo?
A little Triskelion.
What's that?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh boy. You know those 3-pronged Celtic swirl thingies?
Oh, the fun triangle.
It's the fun triangle. Not quite. Swirlier than the fun triangle.
No, the one that's like, it's made up of like the.
The choreo, yeah.
Hold on, you do like that, and it's like there's 3 of them.
That's yeah, we've got the Triskelion.
Oh.
I have a necklace of one.
Oh, it's a fidget spinner. All right.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate
Sandra
you.
has the ultimate Triskelion.
You all have fidget spinner tattoos on your collar.
So you're
Nice. I'm gonna
all
put my
bunches
shirt
of
back on.
Have Anelise and Fastia even checked?
She'll, yes, but she will look very offended as she does so.
Faustio's just gonna assume that, I probably have it too, whatever.
He kind of pulls his cloak to the side to show you all that he also has a Triskelion tattoo.
Are we in a cult?
What does this mean?
Suppose you could call it something like a cult. Not really.
When
Cults
did
are
that
bad,
happen?
usually.
I mean, they
It's,
originally meant a religion, so
Aye, that's certainly. He gestures a lot when he talks. He's clearly nervous.
Are you okay? Like, do you need a pat on the back or?
It's just been a long time since I've seen all of you.
you look like you've seen a ghost.
Cedra's gonna go in for a hug.
He takes a second. He's and then he just and hugs Cedra back really tight.
All right, Cedra will just pat his back, and he's trying very hard to be reassuring. He has the wisdom score to know this man hurt. He's hurty.
He's very hurty. And he pulls away and just you're going to assume that you want to get into the garrison.
We just want weaponry, really.
On the records, I was just
Well-
gonna turn into a spider and just kind of go in and then grab the shit and then leave.
Then I suppose you don't need my help.
I mean, would you like to help? I mean, we could.
He gestures behind him and there's a sewer grate.
Well, I understand the point. sewer grate's probably a good idea for those of us who can't turn into animals. Where does this lead in the garrison?
Sort of to the baths.
Well, aren't I glad that I undressed then?
You can put your clothes back on, actually.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I's just standing, just like hands only, in the middle of the alleyway.
I mean, alright, well, before you go,
I'm going to use my last level 2 spell slot to cast Pass Without Trace on myself, Faustia, Anelise, Rye, and Giorno.
Jorman.
oh shit, wait,
German.
can you spell his name?
I thought it was Italian.
Giorno.
I also absolutely thought that his name was Giorno.
Jorman. Shit.
Jordan.
And Jorman.
He puts his hands on the grate and just pulls it. And he doesn't even really strain that much, but it's clear that it's lodged in there. And then the stones just crack, and it just pulls out. He hasn't even strained, he just kind of like lifts it.
You're fucking strong, mate.
Amazing.
And he like blushes and scratches the back of his head, and he's like, well, there's a reason that I'm in the order. After all of you.
What order?
Have you all forgotten about?
Yeah, we went over that. We don't remember shit. Can you just... What order?
The Order of Unity. It's a group dedicated to bringing back the gods.
Why the fuck would I do that?
That certainly sounds big and important.
That woman, and he points up to the castle on the other side of, like... It's a distance away across a couple canals and, like, the big river going through the city. But he points up at the castle and goes, because that woman is tyrannical. Nothing can stop her except the gods. We needed a champion from each direction. Northeast, south, and west.
My favorite cardinal direction is
Northeast
fuck.
I
That's
said
me
Ethan.
living in New York.
I said ETH, so I like died.
Northeast, southwest.
It's a colloquial term, you know, like never eat soggy worms versus never eat soggy waffles. It's worms. I don't
Never
know why
eat
people
shredded
say
wheat.
waffles. What the fuck?
Never eat shredded wheat.
Never eat soggy worms.
Never eat sour watermelon.
What
Definitely
the fuck?
raw. What? What are you people? I'm out.
No one even says that. What?
I literally have heard all of these, because in 5th grade, my teacher just fucking went through like 10, 15 different versions of this shit.
It's
I've
waffles.
never heard sour watermelon. I think we need to unite against you.
Fine, I'll win, bitch. I can cough in all her faces.
Oh shit. What does Val say? Val, what?
Northeast, southwest, like a fucking normal person.
Oh my god.
Like, you think I'm fucking what?
I mean, I never eat sour watermelon, so I don't give a flying fuck. I'm just
Every single time I have to remember the directions, I say never eat soggy worms.
Well,
I
yeah.
just know them.
saying.
Okay, but
I-
what was the one that you heard the most? Like, what did you hear?
None. The reason I know my cardinal directions is because I played World of Warcraft as a kid.
Alright,
Well,
never mind.
yeah.
We're canceling Val.
You know,
Wait, is
like,
that why
you're a child.
Huh? That's legitimately why, because you had to navigate manually because they wouldn't tell you where the quests were, and you'd just be like, go to the east. So I would have. Anyways, that's
That
why I
might
know
be
my
why
cardinal
I knew
directions.
mine.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
just-
god awful.
it was.
Yeah. See, I grew up equally hearing never eat soggy waffles and never eat sour watermelon, but I never paid attention to it. I just
Where
looked
did
at
I
parents.
learn worms from?
I don't know. I've never heard any of these before. I thought people just kind of knew it.
Fucking valid.
Damn.
The fucking Jorman just, in order to bring back all 4 of the gods, we needed a champion that had a bloodline from each of the champions of Eld. And we found the 4 of you. One from the north, one from the east, one from the south, and one from the west. And well, after a little bit of convincing, all of you joined the cause, and we went to work. But unfortunately, we couldn't hold out until Summoner, and the Queen found us all.
So is it just us then?
You 4 are the keys. You have the bloodline of the champions of El, the ones that killed the gods to begin with. If the champions rectify their father's sins at the World Tree in the month of Summoner when it appears, then the gods will be brought back. There's maybe 100 more of us scattered around, willing to help.
Is there like a calling card that we should be looking for? Or like...
He taps his collarbone.
You telling me that I have to look at everyone's fucking chest when I meet them? Is that what you're telling me?
I have no problem with this.
Why are you so horny?
It's a tiefling thing from what I've heard.
What?
Clearly Sandra isn't horny. Well, other than the horns on the head.
The first thing you fucking said to me was you called me horny.
Yeah, because we have horns on our head.
I'm fucking done with you. Alright, is there like you're telling me that I just have to like look down people's shirts to know if I can trust them?
Well, no, it's just that's the proof that they're part of the order, but there's a few other signs. Like you could look for the Triskelion in other places. You know, posted on signs or carved into walls and floors and hidden.
Alright, when you said other places, I was actually getting a little bit worried. We're good.
I was getting a little bit worried too.
No, you were getting excited.
I wasn't gonna say that though.
Alright, can you just take them into the sewer? It's where they belong.
Jorman just nods.
Alright, we'll make a race of it. I'll meet you in there. Toodle fucking loo.
And he anamorphs into a spider.
Yes, it is in fact like a tiny spider, so it's not like one of the big cool combat spiders. It's just like a house spider.
Hello, this is my house spider as opposed to my battle spider.
I mean, yeah, I do have a battle spider. I have a spider for every situation.
There is actually a spider Animorphs cover, and it's one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Oh no.
Oh, I have such a fear of spiders and I fucking hate that. Oh my god, somebody made their own.
The third one, his chin turning into the...
Fear has a new name.
Here is a new name, this fucking cover. Shout out to K.A. Appgate.
Who designed these? I'm gonna... Hold on. Who designed the Animorphs cover? Okay, David Mattingly is responsible for 50 of the 53 illustrations.
Okay,
the other
we need
three?
to find...
Meet the artist behind the Animorphs covers that destroyed your mind as a kid. Wait,
Oh,
the
I
company
hate...
my friends wrote this article.
God bless. It all ties together.
Thank you, Vice.com. Oh, this one's terrible.
I swear to God, every time you fucking.
The amount of Animorph covers that I have to. Okay. Open link, saving the Animorph cover, because at this point.
We're fucking like.
Every time I use wild shape.
Every time that you wild shape, we have to find the Animorphs cover that corresponds to what you're turning into.
I will limit
Please,
my wild
Yasor.
shapes only to things that have Animorphs covered.
Oh god.
Can we get sponsored by K.A. Applegate, please?
I really love it. Are they still alive?
Yes!
They shouldn't be.
Actually, K.A. Applegate's really great. I think her daughter is trans, and like she's super supportive. And I think some of the books are actually like about how her daughter came out and like her way of being like,
Wow,
cool.
that's really neat.
Yeah, K.A. Applegate's a really good parent.
That's nice. It's like the author that I was pretty pleased with learning was a decent person from the books that I read as a kid was Rick Riordan. Shout out to you, bud.
He's
Shout
incredible.
Out, yeah.
He's a good dude.
Anti-shout out to the people who adapted his books into movies.
You
I think I
Dark
need
shout
to.
out.
Dark shadow.
Shout at.
I forgot there was an Animorphs TV show.
Oh god, no!
Oh my god,
No,
there's
I'm imagining like the daughter being like, "Hey, mom, yes, sweetie. So like, you know your books, right? Yes, that's me. But like, girl."
No. See, you guys think that trans means like transgender. No, they're trans species. Hey,
Oh my
mom, you know the books that you write? Well, that's me. But like, actually an animal.
Oh my god.
This is when Loot just turns into the ferret they've always wanted to be.
I hope so.
Small disclaimer: we're all trans here.
Hey mom, can you pay your Animorphs cover guy to make an Animorphs cover of me turning into a girl? That's how she came out.
Yeah.
I'm
I love
AFAB,
her.
assigned friend at birth.
I'm
ACAB,
Abab.
assigned cop at
Ab, assigned Animorphs at birth.
Fuck.
You know what? That's hold on. I'm gonna change my name. I don't fuck Cedra.
Can we title episode 3 Assigned Animorphs at Birth?
I mean, you're the one who decides the titles.
Shit. Alright, we're doing it.
We're doing episode titles, and this one is just assigned Animorphs at birth.
Alright, can we get back into it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alright. You guys head underneath the sewers, this garrison, as Cedra starts to scale the wall as Spoder.
Yes.
I think both parties will have to roll survival to navigate to where they're trying to go. You guys want the weapons stash, and Cedra wants the records room.
Correct.
Alright, survival, bitches. I have
Don't
plus
make me
2.
do this. Please don't make me do this.
Are you okay?
Too bad.
Annalise's survival check is so low that she just dies.
Let's see if this number ends up being positive.
My dice rolled off onto the floor. Can I re-roll?
Sure.
Okay.
My roll
God.
was just okay.
I got an 18.
Fucking 6.
9.
14.
69.
Nice.
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 Yeah.
Don't get Rye excited.
Anyway, Fastia kind of knows where she's going because of previous experiences here. As
In
soon as
jail?
Jorman- in the garrison.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Muscle memory kind of kicks in. As soon as Jorman opens the grate into the baths, Fastia steps into the lead and leads you straight to the weapons room. And you pass by a couple patrols in like adjacent hallways, but Faustia also seems to know uncannily when and where they're coming from. When they're coming and where they're coming from. You get to the weapons room and it is unguarded.
I have so many questions, but the only one that's important right now is what weapons are we grabbing?
Whatever ones you are going to use.
Did Cedra say what he wanted?
No, they refused.
Did Cedra tell me before we left?
Nope.
Well, fuck.
He seemed perfectly content without having any weapons.
Alright then. I grab a rapier and a crossbow.
Are there any like arcane weapons like wands and stuff? Like
Probably. Not
Okay.
many, but there was a few.
okay. I'm gonna guess that these are just like run of the mill, like use these to cast spells, not anything special.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like bottom of the ladder weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a wand.
And what does Anelise grab?
She doesn't grab anything.
Oh.
Is there like a... If there's a light crossbow, sure. But otherwise, no.
There's definitely a light crossbow.
Cool. And she will also, obligatory, grab ammunition for it.
Oh,
I think
I
we
should
keep track
probably.
of that. Yeah, you guys grab weapons. Remind me what Cedra rolled.
14 survival.
That's good enough. You climb up a few floors, investigate a number of windows until you find one that is cracked slightly open, and inside is just a bunch of like scrolls and books. They seem to be organized chronologically.
Excellent. Cedra will quietly crawl in there, and as soon as he's crossed the threshold of the window and is able to get out of sight of it, he will remove his wild shape and begin to investigate what records they have, starting with this past month and then going backwards.
Okay, you
And
would
he's just going to
remember that.
look for anything. Annalise.
What?
That's it. He's looking
You
for
remember that the
Annalise.
guard had said that the last time Annalise and the guard had been discussing like when things had happened, and the last thing that you remember is the year 233 in the month of Chrysaor, which is kind of a summer month. So it takes you a while to get back to Chrysaor, and the month ends on the 24th day, and each document is dated by the day.
Is there any way to like quickly peruse them for Annalise's name?
Names, I think you would have a harder time finding than like headers of interest.
Okay. Header of interest.
There's kind of a small notepad for each day, starting with the 24th. If you want, you can just grab one and go backwards from that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can I ask you something just for clarification?
Sure.
Didn't Kazmina
Yep.
reference something about what Annalise was?
Said she was a key.
Yeah, a key.
A key, yeah.
So he's gonna look for keyword,
Ha.
but
Got you.
yeah.
Awful.
Thank you for coming to Val's pun zone. But yeah, that'll be what he looks for first.
Okay. Through Chrysaor 24, all you find is mostly like shipping records, uneventful stuff. Through Chrysaor 23, what you find is mostly indications of cleanup, mentions of people going back to normal on Chrysor 22 is when you find something interesting. You find the header that says, Year 233, Chrysor 22, Executions by will of Her Majesty Queen Nia Dunair.
I would like to pocket this.
Go ahead. Would you like to continue searching?
Yeah. You think he's done with just one.
On Chrysor 21, you find a header that says, Imprisonment of the Four Keys. On Chrysor 20, you find a header that says, Natural disasters plaguing Renar. On Chrysor 19, you find Plague begins in sewers, spreads to slums, spreads to high class. Chrysor 18, you find ambassadors found dead in other countries.
Alright.
And it just keeps going with all of this awful shit.
That's no good.
I do have to ask, do our memories stop at the beginning of the month instead of the end?
Yes.
That's what I figured. Cool.
Okay. How many of these reports can I feasibly shove into my backpack?
Maybe 3.
Okay. I'll take the execution one. Imprisonment, I mean, they got arrested. So he'll leave that one. And then we'll take
Ambassadors to
Plague and
Plague.
Ambassadors.
Alright. You shove those 3 into your bag. And as you do, you start to find... or you start to hear footsteps approaching down the hall.
Cool, I'm gonna turn into a spider in stealth.
You get kind of this impulse to push on your little spider collarbone and speak.
I chitter. I chitter
rest
into
of
my
the party.
collarbone.
The rest of the party hears spider chittering.
Anelise is unsettled.
Oh no! So the bad news here is, your boy can't talk well in wild shape, but boy howdy can he chitter.
So Rai just kind of pushes back and goes, Cedra, get to a safe place, and then de-transform and talk to us as a person instead of as a spider.
There is another chitter.
You hear an affirming chitter.
Yes, an affirming spider chitter. And then, should I make my stealth check to avoid yards?
You're under Pass Without Trace. You know my fucking opinion on Pass Without Trace. You don't even have to bother.
It's a fun spell.
For you as a player!
Yeah. You're a mean DM. I'll
Fuck
take what
you.
I can get.
Damn it.
In that case, he will leave the building the way, like, from whence he came, go back down to the sort of hidden area where Jormund...
Yep.
I almost called him Jordo. Where Jormund pulled off the great D-Wild shape. Then, while that's happening, the party can do their stuff.
Faustia actually starts to get sort of a sense that there's a guard patrol on its way, and that they would not have access to a room with armor.
Is there a shield in this room? Is it
Yeah.
just... Yeah, give me the shield! I'd always take the
There's
shield.
1 shield.
Now there's 0.
Okay, it's like a wooden shield.
Thumbs up. Anelise curses in Tabaxi.
It's probably time to leave soon. There will be a... what do you call them? Patrols.
God.
Yes.
No.
Guards. Yes. They should be here soon. We should leave.
Jorman kind of. Alright, then lead the way.
She leads the way.
And
you.
she does successfully. This is it's like walking through your own home, which is weird because you have no recollection of this place at all.
Wait, I'm a wizard with no recollection.
Yep. It's okay. You'll figure it out.
I have no memory of this place.
So, like, Sashia's the one that doesn't remember her past the most out of all of us, from what I can gather, correct?
Yeah.
Fasia's just like, I know I'm Narian, I remember this place for some reason I can't remember. I don't know who my family is, but these people know what they're doing. That's kind of what's going on.
She does know that she generally worked for, like, military guard stuff before.
Okay. So we're left the garrison?
You leave the garrison following Jorman.
Are we all out there just kind of like,
yeah, you come to the canal and you meet back up with Cedra.
Alright, Cedra, what were you trying to say in spider language?
Alright, that was real fucking weird. I just had like an urge to chitter. Anyways, I got records of execution, some plague, and dead ambassadors.
Alright, let's look at those execution papers.
Shouldn't we, like, get back somewhere safe, like...
You alright. Anelise, lead the way.
Wonderful. We have to go.
What about Jorman?
Jorman waves.
I'm assuming Annelise's home is safe. Jorman, do you have a safer place?
Particularly.
I mean, you've got a lot of bedrooms. I'm sure you can squeeze a little Jorman in, right?
I think we're leaving.
I thought the banquet was tomorrow night.
It is, and so is when you are so is when the boat's scheduled to come take you away.
Yeah.
Annelise is just taking us to her place. Leaving the
Just
garrison
for one
area.
night.
I guess I am.
Are you? Or are we following
Let me
Jorman?
fucking sleep in your house, Annalise.
Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to bed. We're gonna wake up and stick our hands in our butts until it's banquet time.
I'm gonna shove my head up my ass like a goddamn Muppet. I mean, my hand, not my head.
My head.
I'm gonna
You guys go back to the mansion, and Cass is there as Lola to welcome you. Hi, did you find what you needed?
No.
Great.
Of course.
I need some sleep. Maybe a shower.
Well, there's bedrooms upstairs and plenty of showers.
Cedra starts sprinting off because he cannot stand that voice. There is a
Very
tiefling-shaped dust cloud behind him.
So valid.
So are you guys gonna read those records, perhaps, after some showers and a little bit of rest?
Are we just gonna say it's the next morning?
Sure.
Take a long
Oh,
rest.
cool. Let's reroll some fucking portents, baby.
Oh yeah.
You guys get a long rest.
Ooh. What's
Annalise
that
will
spell?
again ask Cedra if they have a preferred weapon.
Not really.
Fine.
I'm a caster. I mean, I can use a knife if you really want it. I mean, I really just I cast spells and turn into animals. I'm a druid. We're not.
Okay. All right.
I don't usually handle weapons because they're made of metal. That's kind of not my thing.
Oh, fair enough.
It's sort of against like the code generally. You know, it's got to be wood, stone, I guess.
Unfortunate.
I mean, I do just fine without it. I really just use magic, generally. I can make real big balls of fire. I can also light things on fire, and I really just do a lot of fire, actually, at the...
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Does that answer your question? I mean...
No, it's fine. I... Okay. All right.
The way that you're saying that doesn't make me...
I'm not upset, just disappointed.
What do you mean disappointed?
Don't worry about it. If you're fine, you're fine.
No, go come on.
Well, if you
We're
don't
gonna
need a
have
weapon, then it doesn't matter.
We can. Do you want to talk about your feelings? Is that what it is?
No, as infrequently as possible, actually.
Yeah, but you know, it's sounding like, you know, once you keep it all in one place for too long, it just kind of gets stuck there. And you know, I may not seem like it, but I can listen.
So,
I'm fine.
Rye hears in the far distance, Rye could hear somebody say, "I don't want to talk about my feelings," and just fucking appears. Like, did I hear somebody say they want to talk about their feelings?
No, you surely didn't.
It's
I
the
think
fucking
somebody does.
vine. Does anybody want to talk
Sad.
about feelings? I do. We know. I'm sad. We know.
All right. How many feelings do you have right now?
Me, one, frustrated.
Because I don't want any fucking weapons.
No, because this conversation is so long.
All right. No. There's the
Well,
answer.
All right.
Get your breakfast. Do your hair.
Mm-hmm. And she'll just like turn and leave.
Goodbye, kitten. I'll miss you.
I'm sure you will.
It's a microaggression.
I think I'll get her to talk about her feelings at some point. I'm gonna make kids talk about their feelings.
From the distance, you hear, "No, you won't."
I feel
I
like
have
you're the one
enough
who wants to talk about your feelings.
Hmm?
I feel like you're the one who wants to talk about your feelings.
I have lots
Honestly.
of them. Do you want to hear?
I know. How about you want to play a game real quick?
That depends on the game.
It's called the Quiet Game. I'm just gonna sit here, and you can sit over there, and we just won't talk.
See,
For a
I
little
don't
bit.
like this game, but you can play by yourself. I'm probably gonna go wander this place until it's time for all of us to... Well, no, I'll probably get some breakfast, and then we'll meet back up. See you later.
Yeah. Oh, alright, bye.
Rye does not take that shit.
As soon as Rye leaves, Cedra just turns around, face plants back into the bed, and goes back to sleep.
Oh.
Faustia's probably like eating like a grapefruit for breakfast.
Is that with or without the crust?
With.
Crust.
Rye has, like, toast and bacon and shit. Just like a standard fucking breakfast.
Fair enough.
A
Yeah,
distinct
fucking-
lack of lettuce.
Annalise has no other plans today other than like wait for it to be time to go.
Well, we haven't read the things yet.
Yeah, we should read the things. We could have a little tea party.
Is Cedra into tea parties?
Why don't you find out?
Alright. Well, Rye's into tea party.
You will be provided with tea.
We're just gonna skip ahead to tea party time.
Sure. So, is Cedric gonna pull out those documents that he yoinked?
Absolutely. I'm assuming we're doing this in a closed room.
Yeah. Cass probably offered her room, so she could sit in on it. And have
Yeah,
a
that's
minute
fine.
about her stupid disguise.
Excellent.
You pull out those documents, and you have them each ready to go.
I'm just gonna
There's-
assume we should do this from a chronological standpoint.
Picked up Chrysor 17, ambassadors killed in foreign countries. Chrysor 18, plague begins in sewers, spreads to slums. And Chrysor 22, executions by will of Her Majesty, Queen Mia Dune.
All right, let's start. Let's start from the middle beginning.
Middle beginning?
You know, because it's not like the actual beginning. It's kind of in the middle.
Okay, the 17th then.
Yes.
Chrysor 17, ambassadors killed in foreign countries. The person writing it writes from the perspective of what seems to be a Korean record keeper. It says, as of today, coordinated attack was made on all of our ambassadors. In Amity, in the city of Udansa, in Gogar, in the city of Vaz, in Horhund, in the city of Tira, and in Oboro, all of our ambassadors have been simultaneously poisoned. The Queen fears for the safety of our people, and has ordered everyone to evacuate back to Runa. That's the end of that one. Ew, it farted and it smells like broccoli!
Yummy.
Weenie, no.
Weenie, you're nasty.
I like how we both call our pets Weenie, though. That's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Do you want to move on to reading the one from the 18th?
Yes.
Chrysor 18. A strange plague has begun in the sewers. At least that's where we believe it started. Something in the water supply. It spread first to the poorest citizens. Then it spread to middle-class citizens. Near everyone has locked inside of their homes. We don't suspect that it was from any kind of... In fact, the Queen suspects it may be arcane in nature. The Order of Unity has mysteriously disappeared from the city as of today as well. They may have known it was coming. And that's the end of that one.
Alright. And then, last one.
Chrysor 22, executions by will of Her Majesty. I do name. At 12 o'clock in the main square, the Queen gave a magnificent speech proclaiming our world would be free from this day on, from the keys to the gods would turn. Deaths of these 8 champions, the scourge would never return. The plague will end, she promised. First, at 12:30, beheaded in tandem, Rye Barlett, Burgundy Barlett. At 12:45, beheaded in tandem, Cedra Abd al-Dima and Junaid Abd al-Dima. At 1 o'clock, beheaded in tandem, Fastia of Corin, Fafnir Ash. At 1:15, beheaded in tandem, Anelise Tremaine, Isabel Tremaine. That concludes the day's events in the square. And that's the end of that one.
Rye stands up and just walks to the window and, kind of just, punches something close by that's, made of wood or some shit and puts their head in their hands.
I mean, there's got to be a mistake. I mean, this isn't right.
Well, they managed to find my sister before I did. To be fair, I would have killed her myself. The look on Annalise's face, though, suggests she is furious.
Cedra just looks... It's a mixture of shock and pain and confusion.
Rye just kind of starts to slide down to the floor.
It's
But
not
hold
right.
on. These executions were in Chrysor, which is what your most recent memory is. But none of you remember these people being with you.
Oh, real fast. Does this cause Rye to remember what happened to Burgundy?
Nope.
Ah.
Right. Well, that doesn't tell us much of anything that we didn't already know. So, I suggest that we either stay for the banquet or leave entirely and find other information somewhere else, because I don't intend to be here any longer than I need to. I don't think any of us like the fact that we've died. I don't think any of us enjoy the fact that for those of us who had family with us that they're dead, or assumed to be dead. Maybe they're back too and we just don't know it, or they don't know it, but I don't know. And we won't know until we find it out. So, rather than being upset, let's do anything but that. Let's focus on what we need to do.
I need to go home.
And I can't.
You don't understand. What if Mum doesn't know? What if she thinks that, Dad just up and left?
Do you think it's better for her to know that you died?
In the line of work that my father was in, if you don't come back, sometimes there's fates worse than death. And at least with this, he didn't have to suffer long. It's a quick execution. Beheadings.
Well, I think that we're all quite prepared to get our revenge and do what we need to do then. Always a bright side, right? And Anelise looks around at everybody who is all clearly suffering. I don't like where any of us are as far as the situation. So, let's go and change it. Do what we were supposed to do. Get our lives back.
Perhaps we should speak to our new old friend, Jorman.
Jorman waves.
Has he just been sitting here this whole
He's really nervous and awkward. He's a very pretty boy, and he's like a twunk, but he's also like shy.
Homeboy has 1 charisma and 300 strength.
He says, our home base was in Amity, and I imagine you'd be able to find some sort of knowledge in the library. You'd answer.
See, as a character, I personally have questions. Not a character. As a player, I personally have a lot of questions for Jormon, but as a character, Rai is definitely 100% just in their own headspace right now.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how we all are at the moment, trying to absorb the reality of the situation.
I'm just gonna go ahead with what Rai would do next. Rai says, Cass, do you have paper, pen, and could you do me a favor?
I have plenty. What do you need?
I need to write several letters, and I need them to appear anonymously at a location on separate days.
She nods.
If there's any papers that are just around for them to write on.
She kind of kicks open a drawer in her dresser that's got some supplies for letters.
Okay, they're just gonna go at it, and I'm going to write down after this what Rai is writing and the dates that Rai wants them to appear.
Cass looks outside and just notices how low the sun is, and in several hours the banquet will begin, and the Queen will give a speech. Something to do about you, I assume. Seeing as this banquet is to celebrate the fact that you're all dead. About an hour later, a boat will arrive on the docks. You'll take that to Amity. Cass, tugs her shirt aside to show that she also has a Triskelion tattoo on her collarbone.
And there's, 100 of us left? Whatever we are?
The Order of Unity. And yes.
Marvelous. Wonderful. Exceptional. Perfect. I don't much care for any of this, I'll have it known.
Yeah, no one does. Kaz, how much do you know about Amity? Things going on there in general?
Currently, there is a missing royal in Amity, and they're trying to find a new successor to the throne. Trade is still booming, however, and the city is well fortified. Runar hasn't reached it yet.
So shit I did back there on my rep sheet. Yeah. Figure if anyone would know, it'd be you, probably. No offense, Jarman.
Some of it, but I think that they have bigger problems.
Fucking hell. I got sloppy. Alright. I mean, I guess we don't really have bags to pack now, do we?
Really, I just want a scrap of armor, something.
Jorman goes, we have some contacts at Amity that could get you something to wear.
I don't need much, just something. I have the suspicion that we're going to have a lot of work to do. And I'd rather be prepared.
We have 2 headquarters. We have Danza, Amity, and we've got Vaz in Gugar. Or Gaugar, sorry. In Amity is mostly where we make our connections and store information. If we can get to Vaz, we'd have money and we'd have armor, weapons, and you could possibly rouse some people to join the Order again.
That might be good.
What happened with the plague and the order?
Well, we found the locations of, well, they're called the keys. And keys are sort of a physical tool for you to all use. You have to find them first, though. And as soon as we uncovered the keys from where they were all buried, strange things started to happen. Do you all know why the gods were originally killed?
No.
About maybe 300 years ago. Well, no, let's start from the beginning. Around 500 years ago, the Runar and the rest of the world didn't really get along. So, Amity and Costa, Warhand, Firon, and Gaugar built a massive wall to sort of separate their nations. And then, after humans became too greedy, I suppose, the gods struck down the people. They inflicted a plague on humanity, starting in Runar, and it spread. And as soon as it hit Amity, then it hit Gugar, and it hit Horhand, hit Firon and Costa. So the humans tore down the walls, and under the rule of Runar, and under their banner, they found one champion from each country, from each direction, with great strength, and those champions killed the gods. A northern champion, an eastern champion, a southern champion, a western champion, and one from the very centre. 5 champions for 5 gods. We could never find the 5th. But now the world's dying. The supply of magic is drying up. People's prayers don't do anything. The world's getting colder. The snows from Horhand are spreading. Runar is taking over half of the continent. There's only a few bastions left. We need to bring back the gods, amend for humanity's sins from about 300 years ago, and get them to help us drive back Runar. The 4 of you have the blood of the champions from each cardinal direction. If you find the physical keys and you go to the cradle in the month of Summoner, and you scale the World Tree, and you place the keys on each god's throne, gods will come back.
Wait, Summoner?
Summoner.
That's not a month.
Summoner's the final month after Garm. It happens every 75 years.
Is it happening soon?
This is the first year of Summoner in 75 years.
So, like, is it just not general knowledge that this 12th month happens?
It is. It's common knowledge.
Okay.
Every 75 years there is a 12th month Summoner.
Okay. Just me as a... Okay. And Dormouse is the first month of every year.
Yep.
Which we are in right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. Are we at the beginning or the end of Dormouse?
It's sort of maybe the second week of Dormouse.
Okay.
So what? That leaves us only a few months to find all the keys again and scale a fucking world tree.
The tree will appear on the first day of Summoner. That's the only time it does. The cradle is completely barren, it's just rock.
So, we have 11 months to find the 5th key, the 5th person key, and then all the physical keys. Why did our families have to die too?
I suppose it's because they were traveling with you.
Rai just shakes their head like that can't be fucking it.
No, that doesn't. How?
Why would I travel with my 10-year-old sister?
And who in the gods' names found mine?
You did.
I-
What month does your memory end? What's the last thing that you will remember?
Yelling at my parents for something.
So you hadn't left home yet.
Yeah, Anelise just remembers the city. I assume.
We recruited you all in Lapin.
Wait, where's Lapin again?
That's the second month of the year.
So we died in Chrysor. We were recruited in Lapin.
You died at the end of Chrysor, and you were recruited at the beginning of Lapin. That's like 5 months that you were with the Order.
And we don't
And...
remember.
Uh-huh.
But we remember Chrysor.
You think?
For roughly like 5 to 10 seconds, can all of you that have a moment just talk bullshit into your mics so that I can balance you out?
Bullshit.
For some bullshit.
Oh god.
Okay, thank you.